I showed up to my own birthday party. Everyone went silent when they saw me walk in. My best friend Megan had been planning my surprise 25th birthday party for weeks. She thought I didn't know, but I'd accidentally seen the group chat when she left her phone unlocked. I didn't say anything because I wanted her to have her moment. I even pretended to have other plans so she could lure me to the venue with some excuse. The party was at a rooftop bar downtown. I was supposed to arrive at 8 p.m., exactly when Megan would text me saying she needed help with an emergency, but I got there early, way early, around 6:30, because I wanted to fix my makeup in the bathroom before the big reveal. I figured I'd sneak in, freshen up, sneak out, and come back at the right time acting surprised. Instead, I walked into the middle of a conversation that wasn't meant for my ears. 30 people, all my closest friends and family, gathered in a circle while Megan stood in the center holding a glass of champagne. I just want to say, she announced, that after tonight, things are finally going to change. I froze by the entrance. No one had noticed me yet. The music was low, and everyone was focused on Megan's speech. For years, I've had to pretend to be happy for her, Megan continued. Watch her get promoted. Watch her get the apartment I wanted. Watch her date guys who were obviously interested in me first. She laughed, and people laughed with her. My stomach turned to ice. But after tonight, she'll finally know what it feels like to lose everything. And the best part? She thinks I'm her best friend. The room erupted in scattered applause. My own mother was standing in that circle. My sister, coworkers I'd trusted, guys I'd dated. They were all nodding along like this was entertainment. I must have made a sound, a gasp, or a choke, because suddenly Megan looked toward the door. The color drained from her face. Oh my God! The entire room turned. 30 pairs of eyes landed on me. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. The silence was suffocating. What is this? My voice came out broken, barely a whisper. Megan recovered fast, plastering on a smile. You're early. We were just rehearsing a skit. It's a joke for the party. You know, like a roast? But I'd heard what I'd heard. I looked at my mother. Mom? She wouldn't meet my eyes. I looked at my sister. She stared at the floor. I looked at the friends I'd known since college, the coworkers I'd grabbed lunch with every week, the people I'd cried to and celebrated with. Nobody defended me. Nobody said it was a misunderstanding. The silence told me everything. This wasn't a roast. This was real. These people had gathered not to celebrate me, but to participate in whatever Megan had planned. What were you going to do? I asked, stepping further into the room. What exactly was supposed to happen tonight? Megan's mask slipped. You want the truth? Fine. I've spent 10 years watching you stumble into success while I worked twice as hard for half the recognition. You got the promotion I deserved. You got the apartment I found. You dated Jason after I told you I liked him. Jason was in the room. He looked uncomfortable but didn't speak. So yes, she continued, I planned something special. At midnight, we were going to project a slideshow. Every embarrassing photo you've ever sent me. Every secret you've ever told me. Every screenshot of you talking badly about people in this room. She smiled. By tomorrow morning, everyone in your life would see who you really are. I felt my knees buckle. Years of friendship. Years of trusting her with my deepest insecurities. And she'd been collecting ammunition the entire time. I looked around the room again. And all of you knew? You came here to watch this happen? Silence. One person near the back quietly grabbed their jacket and left. Then another. Then 3 more. Not everyone was complicit, but enough were. I pulled out my phone and started recording. What are you doing? Megan asked. Documenting. Since you wanted to expose me so badly, let's expose what actually happened here. I got her face, the decorations, the slideshow laptop still connected to the projector. Then I pointed the camera at myself. For anyone watching this later, my best friend of 10 years organized a party to publicly humiliate me. My mom and sister were in attendance. They didn't warn me. I turned the camera to them. My mother finally spoke. Sweetheart, I didn't think she'd actually go through with it. I thought it was just venting. You could have told me. She had no response. I turned back to Megan. We're done, permanently. And I want everyone here to know that I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever shared with you. The only person who should be embarrassed tonight is you. I walked out. Behind me, I heard arguing break out. Someone called Megan insane. Someone else demanded to know why they weren't told the full plan. The coalition was already fracturing. The next week was chaos. My recording went viral in our social circle. People who'd attended started distancing themselves from Megan, claiming they didn't know how far it would go. My sister called me crying, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. I told her I needed time. My mother sent a long text explaining that she'd thought it was just girl drama and didn't want to get involved. I told her that was exactly the problem. Megan's job found out about the planned slideshow and fired her for creating a hostile environment, since several coworkers had been invited. She lost her apartment because she'd been counting on a promotion that now wasn't coming. Last I heard, she'd moved back in with her parents. I spent my actual birthday alone, eating cake in my apartment.